woke up very early to come to one of the most historical spots in my hometown in Memphis, here at Chickasaw Heritage Park. You have the bridge to Arkansas right over there. The Metal Museum, where its current location is right there. Over 1,000 years of history here, and I was reading William Faulkner of Oxford, in his popular book, or well-known book, As I Lay Dying, by William Faulkner. And there's a page in here that just seems appropriate for this spot. And they're talking about roads. You'll have to read the book to understand some of it, but when God aims for something to be always moving, he makes it long ways, like a road or a horse or a wagon. But when he aims for something to stay put, he makes it up and down a ways, like a tree or a man. And so he never aimed for folks to live on the road, because which gets there first? I says, the road or the house? Did you ever know him to set a road down by a house? I says, no, you never, I says. Because it's always men can't rest till they get the house set where everybody passes and the wagon can spit in the doorway, keeping the folks restless and wanting to get up and go somewhere else, when he aimed for them to stay put, like a tree or a stand of corn. This time, 4 or 5 years from now, I don't know what this spot will look like. You can hear the wind's pretty loud, but you can probably hear the traffic. The new bridge is going to be built, the old one torn down. There's construction on this side where there's going to be a roundabout connecting this area. But this spot has over 1,000 years of history. I've written letters encouraging people to do archaeological. I'd encourage them to do archaeological digs here. There was a dump trucks going back and forth. That's also kind of pudding for the place. The T-Dot trucks are building that roundabout. But I can't imagine how much will be lost or covered up forever. Not just the original inhabitants of North America, the mound builders, those who came after them. The French settled not far from here in what was called French Fort. It's often confused with this neighborhood, and the name is the same. And this is fort. There was a pre-Civil War fort here. There was a Marine hospital. Here at this fort, there's a Merriwether Lewis connection. One of the last confirmed spots where Merriwether Lewis of the Lewis and Clark expedition is known to have been is in this fort, where his friend was a commander. And there's some historical debate about what happened in his life after that, as he would head towards the Natchez Trace, where he would meet his end one way or another. There's the Civil War connections here. The neighborhoods to the south flocked here for protection by the fort, where they would find protection in hopes to find freedom. And there's cars, that's why I'm pausing. And not to mention, it's one of the best views of the river. And I know the bridge is going to come. I just hope that we take the time to look and see what there is to be seen here. And there have been digs in the past. Of course, the fort here is now gone. It's on the site of where the Metal Museum was, or is. And even the Metal Museum will be moving and changing soon. They say part of it will remain. It's going to Overton Park. So we're living in a time of great change, but I'm sure it's nothing that hasn't been seen before in all the years that this place has been here. That's just my morning thought before I go to work. It's also getting cold. This is the first cold day of November 2024. That's all. Also, before I forget, I always forget this part. This was a community in and of itself before urban renewal took hold, and a lot of people confuse it with the neighborhood that's over there now. But there was an entire community that was wiped out here called Fort Pickering. There is a VHS tape at the University of Memphis that shows lots of pictures from that. Until very recently, there were still descendants of the people that lived there that would meet at this park. So encourage the University of Memphis to digitize that video so we can see it. Lots of history, from prehistory to the modern day and everything in between. at Chickasaw Heritage Park in Memphis, Tennessee.